and we would just come down here with my cousins and play soccer, football, as we call it here. Calcio, which I was never a big fan because I was not very good at it. But yeah, it was lots of freedom. We would come down and just play. Could have been nice there as well, but here we can do some more dirt. That's weird. As I remember, here there was nothing, just field. And this is the Madonna of the field, if I'm not mistaken. A Madonna dei Prati, but I'm not 100% sure. That's my blessing for everybody that follows this YouTube channel of whatever faith and religion. Alright, it's time to get into the village. Everything paid. Here we are entering the village, the core village. I'm thinking which route to take. So I'm gonna take you to the main square and I'll do a circle there, and then I'll take you to the industrial part and then up the castle and then back to the hill where we all started. Or where we started it all. That's a house I always liked. Recently restored. So this is the main square. Well, main square. It's a little square with a villa, with the main church. So we will go around, so I'll show you a little bit the village. At least the central part. So this belongs to the church. And behind that there's the primary school. Let's go around. That's where I went to primary school. This is the no, I don't know. This is the primary school. And also library now. I had no idea. And this other one is the medium school. It's like junior high. It's something after primary school. This was used to be the doctor office. Up this hill is the castle, but we will do a long way around to get to the castle. Let's go back to the main square. Here on the left there was a soccer field, like a football field, and I think they built the oratorio. It's like a hangout for youngsters that belongs to the church. But it wasn't there when I was a kid, and it wasn't synthetic grass, it was just grass with mud and puddles. It's the usual bar and things. So illegal left turn. Oh fuck, it's illegal even here. Okay, who cares? There's also this park is fairly recent. I mean, it could be 20 years for what I know, but... And that's the council. Now that I remember, this is the new primary school. Yeah. So where there was my primary school, now there is the library. So this is a primary school. And that's the place where most likely I'm gonna end up. The cemetery. Allegedly. I could live forever. Forever young. That's me. I'm sure after I said this, in the next 5 minutes I'll be dead. So yeah, the woods where we were. Now from here, I'm gonna show you a little bit the industrial part of the village. But the reason why I wanted to show you the industrial part is that this industry, Gevis, was a sponsor of a road racing cycling team for many years. And if I remember correctly, because I'm getting old, one time, one stage of the Giro ended here. It was probably a time trial, and definitely like a bunch of stages started from here. So anyway, this is an international company now, Gevis. And the team was Gevis Bianchi, or as English speaker call it, Bianchi, but it's called Bianchi. Also Bianchi is from Bergamo, not from my village, but from my town. So here there was nothing, that road wasn't there. There was a little road here. Here was all like vineyards and farming, all these industries, warehouses. There was nothing here. No villas on the left, no villas on the right, just a little road. Nothing, yeah? Imagine all green. Why do they build so much? Why Italy is overbuilt? Well, you should know that every council of every village relies on fees that they charge to new built houses and properties for their budget, to run their services, to run the preschool, to run the crash, all the social services, anything. So they are stuck in this vicious cycle of issuing more and more planning permission. I don't know where they're gonna build in 20 years. So here there was a football field, but there was nothing else. Now there's this place here that you can rent out if you want to do some events. That's owned by the council. You can book it and hire it. Behind that there is a very fancy gym with swimming pool. It's for suburbia people. Not sure how many people from the village use it. Again, here left and right there was only fields, and the road would end here, and it was a dirt road. I remember this field was all green, and it belonged to a friend of mine from the other village. He built a tree house here, and we used to walk home from middle school, from junior high, together towards his house that is just down there. And yeah, poor guy got killed. He was run over by a car while he was riding his motorbike a few years later. So from here, this is another village. It's where there is the hospital, and that's where I was born. If you can read the sign, it says Trescore Balneario. It's balneario because there is some bath. There's a thermal spring of some sort, and you can go there and do treatments for sinusitis and asthma, yeah, few things. Beautiful old farmhouse restored. Beautiful. Expensive too. Okay, I said castle, but don't expect the traditional Middle Age castle with the towers and all that. This is a different type of castle, and also it was restored into apartments a long time ago, probably sometimes in the 80s. This is a traditional example of farmhouses in Bergamo. They had this open design. I'm sure you can see it properly. But they had the stables and communal areas at the bottom, and then on top they had this open design. Hopefully these people don't mind. But the communal areas were at the bottom, kitchen and stuff, and the stable. And they would just eat and socialize in the stables because the animals would keep them warm during the winter. And then they had this external structure that was open, that you just walk up the stairs in wood and just find your bedroom where to spend the night. And that's the castle. This is the castle of Cenate Sotto, guys. Unfortunately there's this ugly car, but those are all apartments. And as I said, it must have been restored in the 80s when the video cut off. But this is the older part of the castle that was newly restored, like in the 90s, I guess. And it's a pity because they fenced it and you can't visit it. But it was a castle. That's Mount Misma. That's next adventure if I find the trail. This is a nice little chapel as well. There's lots of little churches around every part of the village. But yeah, let's keep going. Our tour is coming to an end, I guess. Now I need just to decide which way to go up to Loreto. This is a nice tree. It's still not ready, but it's like, how do you call it? Burberry? It's not blackberry. It could be I'll have to look it up. They're not ready yet, but they will be in a little bit. And they're very similar to blackberries, but they have another name. It's everywhere in Turkey. Let's try to eat one. See, it's very similar to a blackberry. They're not ready yet, but good to know. Good to know there is a tree here. I will come here next week. I think this is the last climb of the day, guys. And it's a tough one. It's a very tough one. Yeah, it's tough, guys. It's tough. I'm glad I don't have to carry all the weight of a loaded bike. Now it's less steep for a little bit, and then it's gonna be the last little wall and it's over. Here is where I'm back to the granny gear because I know what's coming. Yes. Look at this dude. He's meditating there. Or sunbathing, who knows. That's the shittiest spot the entire village to meditate. Stai meditando, prendi il sole?
Un po' di respirazione.
Ah. Buon divertimento. He said he's doing breathing exercises. We're back. Alright guys, I think this concludes our little adventure around the village. Hopefully it's not too boring, but I'm showing you all the parts of the world that I'm crossing, and I thought it was a cool idea to show you where I'm from, where I grew up. That's it guys, thank you very much. I'm going back to my place now. Ciao.